Hello all, I am your host Tiffin and welcome back to the NBS, and I'm about to give you a lowdown from Strange Reel. The Afro-Caribbean Republic is authorized by the native Usonian tribes of Kat, Abit, and Sakona to go on a search mission for Queen Victoria of Crown Isles. It's been a day since the former leader of the Siberian Federal Republic was caught in Pokrovsk and sent to work on the Pokrovskan labor front in the labor camps. President Trump ordered the immediate call to action right after the approval was given. Queen Victoria was hated by Africans in different land, and now they are ready to show their true hatred for Queen Victoria and her people. A kill-on-sight order was put in place for the unit of soldiers when they see the collapsed nation's leader. They have permission to shoot at her if they see her. The Kat and Sakona and the Dakota tribe of South Lucia agreed to help the Africans in the mission. Queen Victoria caused a lot of problems in our world. She's a threat and needs to be taken out, said Chief Rowdy of the Dakota tribe. President Trump named her a threat to the stranger-like kind and has called her a dangerous woman. President Trump has done many things to improve the Dearfini's military and to keep the country protected, including arming the borders, sending soldiers to aid allies in foreign conflicts, and even launching missions against dangerous terrorist groups like Al-Hindi. And now we're sending a unit to hunt down a dangerous queen. More as this story develops. Our next news from Gorsak Pokrovsk. After days of deliberation, Ivan Dreshev was convicted today for the heinous crime of falsification of his documents. Dreshev was arrested a few days prior after a raid by the Pokrovskan commissaries of intelligence on his apartment. Dreshev is known as the former leader of the Siberian Federal Republic. He was in Pokrovsk for a political asylum after being overthrown from power. His arrest happened shortly after going to hospital in Gorsak in hopes of having a job, coinciding with the commerce of income, having reports of him falsifying his reports of work from detained property, allowance, the state, and return of lesser work. The Pokrovskan authorities assured the public, however, that Dreshev will be punished. The sentence that was handed down this morning was 10 years of hard labor to the state for his infraction of the state policy. More as this story develops as well. Our next story comes from Magicality City. Elemis Polaris made its first flight from the magical city the other day, and passengers were thrilled. A cell phone video captured the moment the plane left the ground, along with many passengers cheering happily. The plane was bound for Arirang and made it there in good time despite the turbulence that occurred. Longtime pilot Daniel Danielson said,
"You listened here, buddy. I assure you that no aircraft ever in my life or any flight in my life has felt both that long and that tranquil. You guys know if they got any food around here. I'm starving."
One of the passengers on that aircraft, Gene Daniels, remembers the flight with certain happiness.
"When you're up that high, all the problems down below seem to just disappear. All the war, all the hate and violence seem to just poof."
The reactions of the consumers might have been substituted for what was later found as a narcotics issue. It seems that a passenger who had not been disclosed decided to smoke some pot while in the bathroom. Little did he know that the aircraft vents connect, which ended up getting the whole cabin and cockpit high. A landmark occasion for everyone would seem. Suspicions around the flight crew being high were heightened after a sharky landing was performed, which almost led to the wreck of the aircraft. In any case, the flyer was identified by the name of Ronald DeMille. He had been apprehended and will stand trial for endangering an international flight. Wacky to be seems to cause wacky flights, wouldn't you say? More as the story develops. News from the United States today as new president was inaugurated. Ex-General Albert Delano Flores was seen given the oath of office on February 25th, accompanied by his wife and longtime friend, ex-President Hawkins. Now let's talk politics. Flores ran on a platform protecting Tinubanian ideals such as liberty and freedom, as well as tax cuts on the middle class and tax raises on the bigger corporations, which is expected to help him for the new side of the military, as is needed in this Cold War era. He also ran under the vice of keeping Hawkins' ex-policies legislations in place, as he said during a debate.
Hawkins is the guy we needed when we needed him. I won't repeal most any of the choices he has made in the past for the simple reason of they worked. Sure, I might improve soon them, but I will not take away anything that Hawkins has done for us.
He also recently remarried after the first wife was killed during the Tinubian Civil War back in 1960. Flores won by huge margins over any other candidate that was any true match to him, winning 59% of the vote, while the Purple Workers' Party got 0.5%. The Libertarian Party got 40%, and the Christians United Front got 9.5%. It's the biggest landslide since Hawkins was first elected, when he won by 89% of the vote. In any case, this was the first day that Flores has held office, and he so far seems to be doing a bang-up job. More as this story develops as well. And that's all your Strange World news today. I am Dear Finland, and you've been watching the